Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So it's Monday, which means it's time to decorate our planners. So I'm just going to jump to the week in here. Can't believe we're at the end of June. It's almost tax time. That means time to spend money. Ryan's laughing at me. So we're going to do a really tropical theme today. I was sort of planning on doing a sort of winter thing, but I just don't feel like winter. I feel like summer. So I'm going to go very, very bright and very, I don't know, just very summery. So what we're going to start off with is this gorgeous paper. I think I bought this from KaiserCraft, but I can't remember. I apologise in advance if I'm wrong. Actually, before I do that, no, I'm going to do the side first. So I'm grabbing this tape. This is from Kmart. And what I'm going to do is just run it down the side. The only thing I don't like about this tape is if you're not really careful with it, it likes to just do that. So you've got to sort of go very, very slowly. The effect once it's on is really good, but you just have to work with it to kind of give you what you want. Got glitter stuck to it. I'll fix that in a minute. So just get, see, it's doing it again already. So I got how much I needed. It almost looks like a wood shaving when it rolls up like that. There we go. So I'm just sticking this, I'm only going to use half of it, I'm going to trim the rest of it off. So I'm just sticking it down using the lines as a bit of a guide to make them straight. So just sticking that down just like that. Damn it. There's a hair stuck underneath here and it's going to annoy me if I leave it there. Never thought I'd have a hair stuck under my washi tape that would annoy me. Anyway, so that's stuck down. So then we're just going to trim off the excess. You can use scissors, you can use your paper trimmer, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to do the same thing with the other side, punch out the holes, and I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, so that's what it looks like once you've done the wood down the side. I just think it looks really cool. And when you match it up with the green that I'm going to use in just a second, it just looks amazing. So we're going to get started with the green. Before I do the actual tops and bottoms, I just need to cut out this little bit. This is going to be what I use for my footy stuff this week. And I've just traced out the shape I want first, just so I make sure I've got that safe. So I'm going to put this right along the top. I feel like I should trim that off a bit, but I'm not going to. So it's going to stick right on here. I almost want to cover up. I wish I could cover up all the day. Ooh, I'm getting an idea. And I don't know if it's going to work, but I think I'm going to try it anyway. So what we're going to do is cover this top bit up first. So just using glue tape, same sort of way we always do. And then trimming off afterwards to make sure that I get the right amount. So I'm just sticking that on. And because this is the only piece of this paper that I've got, I'm just being a bit careful with it. Because I don't want to run out halfway through this, because that would be hilarious. And then just cutting off the top. what I'm just going to see if I can do to fix up how not straight that is. Just need to make sure this side is straight so that it's got something to lean against. God, that's terrible. So I'm just using this as a guide, and I'm just going to cut a little bit extra off. There we go. Now she's straight. Whew! Nearly stuffed it up. So what I'm thinking of doing, instead of having this at the bottom like I normally would, and yes, I know this bit's too short, but that's okay, is actually covering up that whole section. And this isn't something I've ever done before, but it's just something I think would look really cool for something different. So I'm just going to measure how tall I need it to be. It needs to be about 1.5. So, just getting all my little measuring tools. Let's just try this before we do it and see. Ooh, I actually really like that. Yes, we're going to go with this. So I'm going to stick these down. It'll be a very different week. So just for the bottom, like the middle ones, I'm not going over the washi tape. I'm leaving them there. I'm just putting that down as straight as I can. Alright, so those are stuck down, so I'm just going to trim off, just because there's two. I'm going to cheat. Do it this way. I really like that. Damn it! You watch, now I'll end up doing it every week. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, and I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, I'm loving that. That looks so, so cool. So then to put the dates back on, or the days back on, and I have to kind of, not cheat, but I'm going to be using the stickers again to cover up the numbers. So thankfully I can see what they are, because otherwise that would be really bad. So because I want to put the days actually here, I'm just putting the ones on top up a little bit, but the ones on the bottom here are going to be actually in the middle. So 26. There we go. So you sort of get the idea of it in just a sec. So this is the KaiserCraft sticker book. I think it's called Oasis. And I've been loving it. It's so cool. And then to put the days back on it, I'm just grabbing my stamps. So these are the KaiserCraft stamps. I'm just grabbing, I'm going to go do all the days of the week and just stamp them along here. So I'll just start with Tuesday, just because it's the easiest one to line up to show you. This is something I've been doing. I'm just grabbing a piece of scrap paper out of my bin. I've just been practicing stamping them first. I just have been making a few mistakes with them in other bits. So I'm just a little cautious when I'm using stamps. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp all of these and I'll be back in just a second. Alrighty, so that's what it looks like when all the dates have been stamped on. I really love that. The more I look at it, the more I like it. And you would have noticed when I was stamping, I was using my little block, but I just wipe off all my ink with a baby wipe just before I put them away, just so that they don't get stained with the ink, because that's just something that I've noticed and I really don't like it. Okay, so to do my footy details this week, I'm going to make a tab sort of flag thing instead of making an envelope, because I feel like I've been using envelopes too much lately. So I'm just grabbing another bit of paper. I did have another bit all ready to go, but I made a mistake, so unfortunately it's not going to work. So what I'm going to do is, and I really hope I do this right, I'm kind of going on the fly now, so we'll see how we go. Just cutting off sort of roughly how big I want my flag to be. And I know I want this to be the end. So this is the We Are Memory Keepers tab punch board. I will be doing a review on it very, very soon, but I'm still kind of getting the hang of how it works. So until I've got it, I don't want to sort of review it for you, but it's coming very soon. So I'm putting that on the large tab. Go. So I might just have to trim off a little bit there, but that's okay. So that's the sort of main shape of it. So it'll sit there just like that. So I'm just going to trim off this little edge here, because it's just not quite thin enough. It's alright, I don't need that bottom bit anyway. There we go. So that's my little tab, and then what I'm going to do is just stick that down onto a bit of green cardboard, just so that I've got some nice backing to put that on. So I'm just going to stick that down. And then just going to cut that out too. Just grabbing my punch board back again. Awesome. I was really having a panic attack that wasn't going to work then. And then just trimming off this bottom bit. And I'm just going to turn it into a bit of a flag. I just want to make sure I get my angle right, because I suck when it comes to page flags. We have our little tag, and I'm just going to punch the holes in this one, so I'm just going to put that where I want it. And then just punch the hole. So you can obviously do this with your planner punch board, just because I'm being a little bit pedantic, I'm just going to do it this way. And there we go. So it just sits on there and it will flip over with our footy details. So because that's going to take me a minute, I'm going to cut straight to that and I'll be back in just a sec. Alrighty, so that's what it looks like once I've written everything in there. I just used an offcut of the washi tape just to put a line down the middle. So it'll sit there like that. So now all I have to do is just write in the last couple of details. So I'm just going to do that very, very quickly and I'll be back in 2 seconds. Just to put the little symbols for certain things. So I'm just grabbing a couple of these stickers to kind of remind me. So I know it's not really an appointment, but the house inspection is certainly not something I need to forget. So I'm going to put that there. And then I need to find a way to better signify my days off, but I haven't quite worked it out yet. Just for this week, I'm going to put these little X's because I think that kind of is the right way to do it. And then, only because I'm not 100% sure yet that it's actually happening, I'm just going to put, I kind of want to make a post-it note, but I don't think I can, and I definitely don't have any that fit this kind of green theme. Because we might be going to a Harry Potter trivia on the 28th, but I'm not sure yet. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to grab one of these stickers here that says noted. Just for now. I can always peel it off later. And just in pencil, just so that way if I need to take it off I can. And I think we just need a sticker or one. Actually no, I don't think we actually need any stickers. I think it looks pretty good the way it is. I do really love this sticker. I'm just going to take this one and just going to put it up here just to cover up the end of Ramadan because that doesn't really apply to me. There we go. And I'm going to leave it because I think that looks really, really awesome. I love the boldness of this. I love these. I really love this, and I love it a lot more than I did when I did my review because I didn't love it then, but I really, really do now. And I think it looks really cool with the wood. And I was just thinking, should I put it on the bottom? But no, I shouldn't because that'll be going too far. So let me know what you think of this one by leaving me a comment down below, or of course you can find me on any of my social medias. They're all linked down below as well. Wait a minute. There's one thing. One thing. There you go. Important info on the back. I'll know what it means. If you did like this one, please give it a thumbs up. I'll just get straight back into it so you don't need to hear me do that again. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. I do the decorations every single Monday. And don't forget this week too, I've got coming up my monthly decoration, which is pretty cool as well. Hope you guys have an absolutely awesome, awesome week, and I will see you again really, really soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.